What's up, guys? Welcome back to A Trucker's Life. I'm Jorge Navarro. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. If you've already been subscribed, welcome back, guys. And here we are right now going through Vaughn, New Mexico, where the temperature just went from 50 degrees to 28 degrees. And you can see, if you can see, those trees are starting to turn. There's actually white tips on the trees, like the trees are starting to freeze. You can see it more on the ones on the left right there to the sign. I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but there's like a fog going right ahead of us that's pretty much turning everything into ice. Not good. Not good. So somebody asked me a couple videos ago, see right here to the right, that whole tree is nothing but white, so we got to be very careful. So anyways, so one of you guys asked me what advice do you give to somebody that's going to drive in through situations like this. And what I can tell you is that the best thing to do is to always be monitoring the weather on your cell phone. Google Maps, the Weather Channel. Google Maps usually gives you real time of like if there's an accident or something up ahead, slowdowns. And the Weather Channel app is another one I use that kind of gives you pretty accurate information on how the weather is and temperature and all that stuff in your area, and you're able to see a live radar. So as long as you have reception, you should be able to keep up with all that. Remember, turn it on and just leave it. Don't be driving and trying to go through all this different apps. But just leave the weather app. If you're going to drive, if you're going to risk driving through it, leave the weather app on and then go for it. But if you don't feel comfortable, guys, if you don't feel comfortable, just don't do it. I mean, that's the easiest way, or the best advice that I could give you guys that are new at being out here is, if you have that gut feeling that something could happen to you, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Stop the truck. And it's better to stop and call it a day than for you to go and have an accident. And as you guys saw happened over in Fort Worth the other day, that 100-car pileup, cars and trucks, and I saw that FedEx truck basically launch into the air. That was wow. When I saw that, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was getting teared up when I was watching that happen, watching the videos. That's just watching that one, I don't know if it was the FedEx truck or it was that other day cab semi that ran into the back of a pickup and launched that pickup into the air. Full-size pickup. I mean, that was crazy. That was just crazy to see. So prayers go out to them for sure, and whoever unfortunately didn't make it back to their family, prayers definitely go out to them as well. And for everybody that got hurt, hopefully you guys get better soon and get back to normal life as you can make it, right? But yep, this is what I'm dealing with right now. I'm gonna keep monitoring things, and as it gets a little later, I might just shut it down. It's not worth your life, guys. None of these loads, I've said it over and over again, but none of these loads are worth your life. And like me, it sucks for me because I'm headed home, and unfortunately, this might stop me from getting home and being with the family, but that's fine. I'd rather be out here stuck than you know, potentially be dead and not ever go home. So something definitely got to think about. See those power lines? They're already coated with white as well, and it's getting foggier as we go. So no, we might call it here in a little bit. How about that tanker? What that weather look behind you there, driver?
Alright, we got this fog about 45 miles back.
Alright, appreciate you. It's getting better your way, but I just started seeing everything freezing up over here this side.
Well, I did take 2 sprints when I come back down. I'm empty, so.
Yeah, I'm empty as well.
Yeah, I just the fog gets a little thick back there, but it's like I said, about 45 miles back, it starts to clear up.
All right, well, I appreciate you. You don't about 3 or 4 miles ahead of you. It's going to be nice and clear that way. So appreciate you, driver. Safe travels. I use my radio. I don't have it there just for looks. All right, so he says a few miles up ahead it's going to clear up. So let's keep on keeping on for now. Just paying attention to the road, paying attention to other vehicles because they could come across and potentially run into you as well. But to answer that question of that person that asked, if I had your name right offhand, I'll put your name down here. I appreciate you asking that question. There's a little bit of information there on what I would personally do and what I'm doing right now. So just pay attention. If your gut tells you not to go, don't go. Monitor your weather channel. If you have a CB radio like I just did, talk to drivers going the other way. And if speed limit's 70, just slow it down 10 miles an hour. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but I'm cutting back 10 miles an hour right now, so just in case. And if it gets any worse, then we'll slow down appropriately. But as you can start to see right now, it's that fog is getting a little thicker. I wish I could have put you guys up on top of the trailer, but unfortunately these GoPros do not like the cold weather and they don't like the hot weather. So it would be pretty nice to see the view from up there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed those that video. Alright, temperatures dropped even more, down to 23 degrees now. Fog is getting thicker. We're going to go ahead and bring her down another 10 miles an hour. Yep. It's getting, guys, they got serious pretty quick, guys. Remember, especially in icy conditions, do not use your Jake brakes. Don't forget that, because that's going to throw you into a spin. And things could come out even worse. Look at that guy standing out there. I don't know if y'all saw that. It's like some type of I don't know if it was a sign, some type of sign that was like a cowboy, old cowboy standing out there next to the fence. We are close to Roswell, New Mexico. Woo! UFOs. I don't know if you guys believe in that stuff or not. But yeah, like I was saying, Jake brakes are a no-no in icy conditions, so do not do that. And I'm gonna go ahead and full blast my heater to the windshield. I don't know why I hadn't done that yet, but it's starting to ice up a little more, so we're gonna go ahead and do that as well. That car over there has emergency lights on. I've seen a couple trucks go by already with the roofs. The roofs of the trucks, the roof scoops are solid white, and the hoods as well. We haven't developed anything on our hood yet, but the windshield is definitely starting to ice up a little bit. And the thing is, if I turn my wipers on, it might just make it worse. Well, if I turn my if I try to spray some windshield cleaner, because I don't have the ice, the one that's for cold weather, so all it's going to do is freeze up and make things even harder for me to see. So we're going to go ahead and not touch any of those things for now. I'm going to stop at the next truck stop and probably get me some of that. Or actually put some in there. I don't know if there's this one got put in at the when I did my last oil change, so I really don't know what kind it really is, but get some that helps de-ice the windshield. I'm starting to see a little bit of ice starting to build up on the hood. Not too much. My antennas are little icicles, and they're moving a lot more than they normally do, but now that they have that ice on there, and they're whipping hard. All right, one thing I like to do, guys, whenever the weather is like this, I closed the door and a big chunk of ice came off the antenna up there, hit me in the head. But anyways, one thing I like to do whenever situations get like this is first of all, find a safe place. Don't say George said we'll pull over on the shoulder and check the road. No, pull off in a safe area. There's a highway over there. This is a weight station. And anyways, what I was gonna say, what I like to do is I like to get off and actually touch the floor. Sorry, my raggedy shoes again. Is slide my feet across the ground, making sure that it's not slippery, and it's actually very, very good right now. It's not slippery at all. So just little precautions I like to take whenever I'm getting into situations like this is get off, stop, check the ground, make sure that it's not slippery. Be careful when you're exiting, because that's where a lot of accidents happen too, when you're exiting the highway. And make sure that your lights are nice and clean too, so people can see you, especially in this fogged up area where you know, the visibility is very, very low. So make sure that all these are cleaned up. And that's one thing I don't like about LED lights, is that whenever it gets really iced up or really snowy or whatever, muddy, especially when it gets snowy and icy, that these lights don't create a lot of heat, so it doesn't melt the ice off. So you got to kind of keep monitoring this. The old school lights on the old regular lights that we used to use, that's what was cool about them, that they would melt the ice and snow as you're going down the road, so you didn't have to worry about it as much. But as you can tell, this is nothing but ice. It's all iced up. There you go. And that's what this fog is creating, this ice fog, just creating all this ice out here. Out towards that way supposedly is where the UFO crashed back in the 50s. Ooh, scary. We're not far from Roswell now. I was gonna go down through Carlsbad down to 10, but it seems like as I'm monitoring the weather, man, I can't even talk. As I'm monitoring the weather, it looks like if we go straight down, we're gonna run in straight into a lot of snow and ice. So what I'm gonna do is just continue going across into Clovis and then go down through Abilene and that route, trying to get home. But if things get too bad, guys, I'm just gonna shut it down. I'm only probably gonna drive another couple hours till the sun completely goes. If we got any ice up here. Yeah, look at all this ice we already got going on up here. Look at the headlights. See, they don't, only this part is melted. Try to get some of this ice off. So we're gonna need it to see here in a little bit. There we go. I don't know how long that's gonna last. Probably not long at all. Do a quick walk around, check out the truck, make sure everything's good here on the truck. I did start creating this antifreeze leak right here, and I don't know if you can see it right here, so I'm gonna have to get this addressed here pretty soon. Yeah, I got some antifreeze coming out right here, and these are the lines that go to the in-transit heat. And the reason I don't have them turned off is because whenever I have it turned off underneath, when I have these turned off, my bunk heater doesn't work. So with this weather, I need to have them on, so they're leaking a little bit, and it sucks, but it should be all right. It's not leaking bad, and because this creates the loop so I can continue having the heater in the bunk. Yeah, that's part of doing this tanker stuff, is doing in transit heat, which, like I've said before, I don't never do it anyways, but oh well, here's what it is. See if we got any. That's nothing but ice, little small sheet of ice on top of all this. Whew, it's 26 degrees. It was actually went down to 23, now it went up to 26. But it doesn't, it's getting darker, so it doesn't look like it's gonna get any warmer before it gets colder. So let's get back in this truck and keep on moving on. Everything's looking good. Let's ride. Boy, I tell you, this weather's crazy. So we've gone up to 28 degrees. Fog is going away. There's no more ice on the trees or the ground. And this was only like 8 miles ago that everything was frozen. Ay, ay, ay. But good, so good. The weather's gotten a little better, so, but I'm still monitoring the weather because there is supposedly some snow or ice up ahead, so I'm gonna keep looking at that as well. So just to try to stay safe, try to make it home, but better late than never, they say. Morning, guys. This is actually the following morning. Made it to Post, Texas. Temperature got down to 22 degrees, and this morning it's 16 degrees here in Post, and a little flurry. I don't know if you guys can tell, you can barely tell, a little light flurry. Getting some diesel so I can get keep on moving, guys. Another tip, if you're new at the game, if you're going to be in cold weather, do not set your trailer brakes whenever you park. Make sure you're level down, make sure you're level, and if you have chocks, it's even better. Put your chocks down and make sure you're leveled. Set your truck brakes, not your trailer brakes. And because you do not want to wake up and have your trailer brakes frozen and have somebody have called out to be able to unthaw them for you or get them unstuck. That'll be a very bad beginning of your day for sure. Never had it happen to me, but I've heard it a lot of times. And luckily I used to ride with a guy that been in the snow and ice a lot. My homeboy Israel Martinez, shout out to him. And he kind of taught me a lot of this stuff. And so it never really happened to me because of that. We did team for a little bit from South Texas up to Seattle. So we ran into these conditions all the time. But it's been years for me since I've actually been in, you know, like crazy bad cold weather. And the good thing is I learned a lot of that from him, like I was saying. And as far as like even how to keep your lines from freezing, how to put alcohol in your lines if they do freeze, in your trailer brake lines, and how to thaw everything out to get yourself rolling. So he taught me a lot of stuff, and I really appreciate that for sure. But without further ado, I'm gonna finish getting diesel and get back on this road. Hopefully we make it home safe and sound. Still got about a good 8-hour drive from here to the house, so it's gonna be a full day. And with this weather, it's probably gonna be very, very slow moving day, so it doesn't matter. As long as we make it home, that's what is important. And I'm gonna be here a while too, because see how fast this thing's moving? Yeah, not very. All right, I'm jumping back in the truck while this thing fills up. And just like that, we finished off our day, made it back to our terminal safe and sound. Hot chocolate's back there chilling. And yeah, very eventful day. Seen a bunch of cars on their side, seen a couple of trucks on their side. I guess they were just left there though. They didn't just happen. They already they had yellow tape around them, so I guess that lets you know that they've already checked up on them. Just that's it, guys. The last tip for those of you new drivers that want to come out here is just listen to your gut, man. Listen to your gut is my biggest, the biggest advice that I can give you guys is listen to your gut, and no load is more important than your life. Remember those two things. No load is more important than your life. And listen to your gut, because 9 times out of 10, you are correct. That feeling that you're getting is true. With that being said, guys, thank you guys again for joining me one more time, guys. Don't forget to be kind to one another. Help anybody needs help. Anybody contemplating suicide, 1-800-273-8255. Military men and women, thank you so much for your service. I'm gonna go take a couple days off. See you guys on the next video. Peace.